Hey everybody, I'm Meg from LovenStamps, and if you're confused because today is actual Friday and not just pre-Friday, that's because I had one move away to college yesterday, so we were busy moving and so forth, but I did not want to miss the chance to share a project with you featuring new things from the upcoming book. So today's September 1st, don't be confused, this starts on September 6th. Unless you want to join my Demonstrator family, you can order from it right away with a Demonstrator starter kit. But I have something that I wanted to show you today with the paper share that I have just announced because I don't want you to miss out on the chance to sign up for that. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get on today and show you guys a really cool card, a sneak peek from the book, and a chance to look at all of the papers, right? Who's in for that? So, all right, I'm gonna switch my camera over. Yay, Sue, it's Friday. And get started here. Let me see, I'm gonna get you guys a little closer. I'll do the manual move there. All right, so what stamp set are we going to see? We are going to see Beary Cute and the coordinating bear punch. So this is the one that comes here on the bundle together. And the nature of punches and mini catalogs is that they can go really quickly. So this one I'm gonna show you, and then I'm also gonna show you the modern oval punch, which comes with a garden walk suite. So punches in mini catalogs tend to go really quickly. I would highly recommend adding this to your very first order early on September 6th if you want to get it. And I'll show you, it matches two different packages of designer series paper, but I don't want you to miss out. So grab the Beary Cute stamp and punch bundle right away, and I'm gonna give you some inspiration for it. The paper that matches it, we're actually not going to use today. So it has two DSP packages all of its own, but we are going to use one that's totally different. And so that is one that totally captured my attention. If you have seen a sneak peek of this, maybe this is the Merry Bold and Bright Designer Series paper. It is from a suite, I'm not allowed to show you the inside of the catalog until it goes live on September 6th. But if you are one of my stampers, then your catalog is going in the mail today. So you'll have it very shortly. And so this is the designer series paper that's right at the beginning of the catalog. And it includes these fun and very bright Merry and Bright bulbs, and then these fun paper colors on the back. So you could use these for Christmas. Some of them also make great non-Christmassy papers, the polka dots and stripes and so forth. But when I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, you know what? This happy little bear friend, he or she need to go along with this paper. So that's what we're gonna do. The reason I'm showing you this like so is that I'm also taking signups now for the LovenStamps DSP paper share, and it just opened yesterday, so don't miss your chance to grab one of your spots. There's a link in the video description. But the greatest thing about that, and I'll show you all these, this stack of papers and stuff here, and I'll show those all to you as we go along. But you get both all of the 62 pieces of designer paper from the new mini catalog, but you also get 62 card bases to go with them. So I'm going to show you a card today that takes these and makes them really simple to use for a variety of cards. So, all right, so actually we're going to set this, we'll set this here, and we're going to do some stamping. So let's say that I wanted to make some quick cards, and not necessarily Christmas cards, but maybe some warm wishes cards. Maybe I'm sending some winter greetings or things like that. You could, of course, use Christmas greetings from here, but let's do a real quick stamp of this. So I'm going to take my Memento black ink pad, which is my go-to black for things like this, and I am just going to start stamping some bears across here. When I look at the punch, there's no extra pieces on it, so I can get away with just go ahead and stamping all of these. And then I'm gonna go ahead and close this up and come in here with my bear punch. Yay, I'm glad you guys are excited this morning. Hey Trish and Patricia and Joan and everybody. I'm going to slide this in, and of course when you use the Stampin' Up! Punches, you're gonna hold them upside down, and I usually pinch to secure the paper, so I'm gonna give it lined up and then give a little pinch, and then I use 2 hands to punch it out. Some people have kind of a habit of putting their punches on the table. I actually find that to be really difficult for me, but if it works for you, go for it. But you know, 2 hands makes it pretty easy to punch, and this bear is super simple. So now we have 5, oh, this last one doesn't want to, there we go. 5 polar bears here with our new Beary Cute stamp set. So like I said, you have to wait till September 6th to place your order for this, but if you just can't wait, you can sign up to be a demonstrator and place this in your demonstrator starter kit, this stamp set and paper and everything that I'm showing you today, so that you can have those right away. So make sure you check out that link if you are interested in getting more information about that. Plus they're discounted. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop little scarves on each of our bears. So there we have our scarves. And then I am going to set these aside so I don't get inky things. I'm going to go ahead and cut. I have a piece of blueberry bushel cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and slice it into 2 pieces. So they're 4 1/4 each. And I am going to go ahead and then slice again so that I have each of those cut down to pieces that are 3 1/4 inches wide. So we're 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 on this. So this is going to give me some great mats to go with our cards, okay? Now, what else do we need here? We also need some designer series paper. So I have my papers here. And I'm going to go ahead and just pick a couple of these, maybe, oh, I don't know which ones. We'll do one with a light, one with the stripes, and one with the dots. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to cut them down so that I have 3 inch by 4 inch pieces. And did I get 3? I got 4. So I'm going to keep them this direction. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this direction first so that I can have my strip at the bottom. So I want these to be 4 inches tall. Remember, oops, sorry guys. Remember to use the grid lines on your trimmer to go ahead and make sure that your pieces are straight. And then these pieces, I'm just gonna set aside so they'll be available for another card later. And then these pieces, I'm going to cut in half again so that they are 3 inches. Always line up your paper right to the top edge of your trimmer. So that you will be able to. Sue says she didn't need the bear. Well, yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so now we have our papers here. You could, of course, like flip them to the back side if you want to use those. But I think I'm just going to use 5 of them. So I'm going to set those aside here. And I'm going to take 5 of our little blue pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to take 5 of our card bases. So this is like as if I'm using the ones right out of our card bases. And I'm going to go ahead and fold these. So we're going to fold the blueberry bushel. So this is where you can see how great it is to sign up for this designer series paper share, because you have all of the card bases ready to go and you will use them and you won't have like piles of designer series paper like piling up. Taunting you, right? Is that what they do? They taunt us. And then you'll find yourself just, it's much easier to use them because you're not searching for the card coordinating colors and so forth. So, all right, so we have our card bases. I'm gonna take our blue layers and layer, let's see, actually I'm gonna use, okay, I'm gonna cheat just a little bit because I can't use a blue card base here with our blue background. So I'm gonna cheat and add in I'm gonna add in a darker, wait, that's not a darker green. I'm gonna add in one more green here. I'll add in Parakeet Party. So we'll have a lighter green too. Because I want my Flirty Flamingo, we're gonna come back to that. So we're gonna take this one out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and attach these. And I really like to use Stampin Dimensionals for this because, as you guys know, that dimensional gives you an extra little bump at the edge that creates a shadow. And that shadow line is a really nice extra dimension for a handmade card. It makes it look really fancy and really high end, which of course we know our cards are. Definitely the $9 Hallmark variety. And then I am going to pop these here on our papers at a little bit of an angle. Doesn't really matter so much where. I got one more here. And we're making these 5 cards here in, I don't know, I guess we'll see how many minutes it takes us. Not very many, I think. Including cutting our cardstock, pretty much, because you guys saw that step. And our last blue layer is going to go here on this piece of crushed curry. So I've already done the work for you of cutting the coordinating cardstock, so you don't have to fret about that. And then I'm going to flip these all to the back sides, and we are going to attach them. What happens to my, there we go. So for quick stamping, quick gluing, I always love my multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit on each one. I'm going to keep it kind of towards the center, and I'm going to try not to mess with them after I've stuck them down. Oh, do I have one more here? Do I have 6? Okay. So one of the beauties of designer series paper and cardstock from Stampin' Up! Is that you know your colors are always going to look fabulous together. You don't have to worry about things clashing or not coordinating. They're always going to be perfect because the colors in the designer series paper, oh, I think I have one more here. I guess we're making 6 cards, guys. The colors in the designer series paper will always match the cardstock, and then you can stamp and use your ink to match also, just like we've done here. Let's see, I guess I need one more piece of DSP. All right, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 card bases ready to go. And now we're going to pop our bears on. So before we do that though, we're gonna need a greeting to go with this. So let's take a look here at one of our cards. I love the way the white bear pops on the very fun, busy color background, but we're gonna give him a place to, oh, I needed this cardstock. Jeez, did you guys see me do that? Oh. Well, fortunately I have more. Okay, so here's some more Flirty Flamingo. That's why we had 6 cards, because I added one in here. Anyway, all right. So Flirty Flamingo cardstock. So we need a fun way to set off our bear. Like on some of the papers, he stands out really well, but on some of the papers, he could use a little help. And we're going to go ahead and make a greeting here to go with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Modern Oval Punch. The size on this is terrific. It will fit a lot of greetings. It's a little bit bigger than some of the oval punches we've had before, and the shape is very rounded, so it works really well for a larger greeting. So I'm now just going to keep punching there. All right. So now we're going to take our greeting here, our warm winter wishes, and our blue berry bushel ink pad again. So whoever said they like this color is Tanya, right? Hooray. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp this here on my colored cardstock. Now, a tip for you, when you're stamping on colored cardstock like this, give it an extra second beyond what you normally might to just hold in place. So that ink really transfers nicely onto that cardstock. So I don't know about you guys, but when I'm doing a bunch of cards, I do a step at a time for each. I don't make one full card and then go back and make another full card. I do them this way with sort of a mass production plan. So I do one step all the way through. After I make my sample, I always make my sample and make sure everything sits where I want it to. But then I'll go back and do pieces all at once. So let's get our bears here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I made 5, but I think I had an extra one. There he is, floating around. That's what everybody needs, right? Extra bears floating around. So I'm gonna put a dimensional on the bear butt because that is going to work for us. So we are going to layer these now on our cards. So let's bring in a card and pop this together. So we have Warm Wishes there with our bear card. We have the Flirty Flamingo one because we used that paper. So we have a Flirty Flamingo one. We have a Melon Mambo Warm Wishes card. And we have a Parakeet Party. Oops. That wanted to be part of our party here. Warm Wishes Parakeet Party card. This one is Granny Apple Green. And you can see that all of these look fabulous with this designer series paper. Here is the Poppy Parade one. So, all right. So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards here with our Beary Cute stamp set and our designer series paper all ready to go. So if you've heard me talk about 3x4 DSP cards, this is it. And when you get your paper share from the LovenStamps paper share, make sure you sign up to secure your spot. The one of the ways you can use these, of course, is to make 3x4 DSP cards, and that is how fast it will go. So, I'm glad you guys like these. Pretty quick, right? Yeah, happy Friday, because it's, let's see, I think it's been less than 15 minutes, and we've just made 6 cards, and that's with me chatting about them, too. Okay. So would you guys like to see all of the other designer series papers? I'm thinking that you probably would. And so I am going to get some of this stuff out of the way and close my ink so that I don't have any disasters. That's always sad. And get that out of the way. And then I will show you our other DSPs. So this was the Merry, Bold, and Bright paper. And it is very gorgeous with like the primary and secondary colors. And if you are getting an upcoming catalog from me, you will have a special treat with your catalog. So you guys will be very excited to know about this card. So should I just tell you, you'll get a kit to make this card along with your new catalog. So when I mail those today, if you're not one of my stampers and you would like a copy of the new paper catalog, this one here, you can request that on my website at LovenStamps.com, and I will get one out to you. And if you are, of course, signing up to be a demonstrator, then you're going to get a whole box of these along with your order when you place your order. So, all right. You guys want to see more papers? Okay, I'm going to set this one aside for the end and show you some other papers. Okay, and I also have to get my cheat sheet out here because I don't have all of them memorized with the names yet. They're so pretty. And of course, every time that I cut paper, or open a new package of paper, I am like marveling at how gorgeous they are. So we'll take a look at this one. So here are card bases, and the this one is called the pretty paper. This one's called Winter Meadow. There's a deer edge paper. They're fun, some fun scenery papers in here. And you can see how nicely they go with these cardstock colors. And then on the back sides of these are these sort of muted water tone kinds of colors. So these would be great for anything. And of course, we've talked about making custom designer series paper. So you can stamp on this with an image. You could stamp the polar bear on here and make yourself some polar bear paper. There's just lots of good possibilities for a neutral paper like that, and then some gorgeous design. So think about, you could do a very similar card with these papers here. So good possibilities there. So that one is one of the papers. The next one I'm going to show you is the Halloween paper. So here are the cardstock and the coordinating colors for there. And then here are some of the papers for this one. These sweet the little skeleton and skeleton puppies, some stones, more like dancing skeletons, some border paper, some sort of neutral designs. And then on the back, we have a whole bunch of fabulous gray, black, and oranges here for our coordinating prints. So another great paper. I think maybe I'll leave these out. All right, next one is Oh Holy Night. This one I think is going to be really popular because I've gotten a lot of people inquiring about it already. So here are the colors for Oh Holy Night, and then here are the papers for it. And when they come packaged, I'll have them all coordinated for you with a label that says what they are and what the coordinating colors are, so you don't have to guess at what you're using or what ink pads you might need to pull out. Another pretty border paper there, and then some really nice, elegant prints here on the back sides. Okay. All right, next one is very Christmassy. It's called The Joy of Christmas, and it is a very traditional Christmas color palette. If you are a traditional Christmas card person and less like a warm wishes, fun color kind of person, you're gonna love this suite. And so Joy of Christmas, of course, has stamps and so forth with it. These are the papers and the colors. So really nice, some buffalo check, some gingham / buffalo check kind of looking papers. And then hooray, we have lots of music in our family. So I am super excited to see these music prints here on the back. And then some of these sort of wood, artistic wood grains and so forth. So this is going to be another really popular paper, I think. All right, next one is a Christmas paper. This is called A Walk in the Forest, and it is a paper that is special because it is going to come along with a special Making a Difference opportunity. And what that basically means, here, I'll show you the papers first. So here are the, oops, we're not quite to that yet, hang on. Making a Difference. Oh yeah, I like you guys voting on which ones you love so much as you go along here. So yeah, leave your comments if you see a paper you're like, oh my gosh, I love that one. So this is a little bit more traditional Christmas colored paper too. And this is the paper for it. So there are some bears, there are some trees, there are these, you can see match the punch exactly. So you can punch out your bears, which way, wait, one of the bear faces one way or the other. Anyway, you can see this one is the one that the bear is facing. And then some cool Christmas trees and stuff. So this paper, if you order the whole package, of course, you're getting 2 sheets of 6 double-sided designs. Here are the backs, some really nice sort of Christmassy, wintry prints, not necessarily Christmassy. And these coordinate with a Merriest Trees dies and the Beary Cute punch. So 2 different suites, the bear that I showed you and then another one. And $3 from the purchase of this package of paper goes to support organizations around the world that are dedicated to spreading cheer and providing support to those in need. So Stampin' Up! Has different groups that they work with in different markets, and they have a donation that comes from your paper purchase for this. So it's always a nice thing to get some paper and also know that you're working on helping to make a difference with Stampin' Up! All right, so then let's go to the next paper. This paper is the Beary Christmas paper. So it is the sweet paper that matches that, and it is, or matches that Stampin' Punch bundle. So it has reds and blues and so forth. And then it has these very cute papers. I love these sweater design papers, some snowflakes, some presents, a little bit of everything. And so these remind me, and maybe someone else, of the Coca-Cola bears, of course. They've sort of taken over the polar bears at Christmas time thing. And then a long time ago, if you look at this yellow star, so we're talking, let's see, Stampin' Up! Celebrating 35 years this year. Maybe 20 years ago almost, there was like a statue that they came out, and it was a polar bear that looked a lot like this, and it had a little star that hung over the end. So if anybody else remembers that statue, I think it was only available to demonstrators, super limited, and I wish I could find mine, but it totally has this paper vibe. So, all right, now we're gonna go, in this catalog are also some papers that are not 100% Christmas, which is so nice. And this one can be Christmas or not Christmas as your mood desires. So these colors make me so happy. They absolutely fulfill my like retro vibe, need for that retro vibe. And so let me show you the papers for this. This suite is called Garden Walk, and it includes these florals, which you can use for Christmas. If you have teens or college students, I can tell you right now that these papers are so hot. in terms of color palette. If you go to, I was just at Target yesterday, shockingly, getting last minute things. If you go to Target, these colors are in everything. They are super on trend. And so these are really fun to work with when you're going to see them all over the place every time you leave home to go shopping for things or whatnot. So some of the papers can be very Christmas. This is a poinsettia. If you pair it with something, you know, in the Christmas palette, it becomes more Christmas. Some of them are definitely not Christmas specific, but if you pair them with Christmas palette, they become more Christmassy. Just like the poinsettia. Some of them you can pair with something different to make them not Christmassy and kind of so forth. You guys get the idea. But this is a really pretty paper, and this is a suite that includes the oval punch that we use. So this is the modern oval punch from our project today. All right, guys, ready for another non-Christmas paper? This one is going to be, it's just breathtaking. So it's going to take your breath away. It's all about autumn. It's 6x6 and it's a double paper. So you're actually going to get, let's see, 12 different prints for this one in the paper share or in the package. All right, so this is autumn colors with a little bit of that moody mauve thrown in for an accent. And here are the papers. So let's just take a look at each one. They're photograph papers on the front, and they are foil prints on the back. And I can tell you right now that you are going to have a super tough time deciding which side to use. Here's the foil print on the back of that one. So probably you should just get this paper. I love this sweater. This just feels fall to me with another gorgeous foil on the back. This is an aerial shot. Like if you can't see it yet, it's above the trees, kind of like looking down into the fall. And there is the mossy meadow based print. There's a wood grain texture here with a moody mauve foil. There's this beautiful wide wale corduroy. Oh, just makes me want to pull out my sweaters and like fall corduroy clothes and so forth. So that one has a fun multicolor metallic print. Pumpkins, absolutely beautiful. Think about a card like this here for a design like we did today. You could cut this one up into pieces and use those 3x4 sections to make a card just like this and just add a greeting even. You wouldn't even necessarily need the accent there. So really quick cards and another fun print. These gorgeous, gorgeous books, sort of antique books with all of the foiling on them and some fall leaves. I love that these are fall leaves, but they are in the Stampin' Up! Color palette. So they're not just random leaves. They're random leaves that match our Stampin' Up! Colors, which is pretty fabulous. When you're going to make a card and you want, to mix and match and have everything just come out perfectly. That's one of the great advantages of the Stampin' Up! DSP. So, oh yeah, Sue said you could fussy cut the pumpkins. There's the back of that one. This is like a leather ottoman or a couch or something, chair or something like that. There's another pretty multicolor here with a bronze, a gorgeous leaf scene, more, and then a close-up here on some of those books. And the textures on these, like you just feel like you can touch them. They're so detailed. So that is that set of All About Autumn papers. So again, sign up for the paper share and you'll get the card bases. Oh, I mixed up on this. You're actually going to get double set of these card bases because you'll get 12 because there's 12 different papers here. So even though I didn't show that. All right, so those are 62 pieces of Designer Series paper and 62 card bases. And then as part of the share, also included are all of the specialty papers. So all these gorgeous extra things. So let's go through these and I'll show them to you. This first set here is the Shining Brightly specialty paper. It matches, it goes I think with the Holy Night, goes with the Holy Night suite. But it is a gorgeous set of foiled paper here in vanilla and Night of Navy. The backs are white because this is a specialty paper, so it's only printed on one side, but you're going to get all of those. You will also get the sheets of the oxidized copper. This is from the All About Autumn suite. And these are a really great thing if you're cutting out the leaves or doing things like that. That would be a great addition to a card. And the nice thing about these is that a little tiny bit goes a really long way. Like a little, line of paper that goes underneath a bear, or just there's lots of ways to use a little bit and have it go a long way. These, more music notes, hooray! These are the Joyful Designer Series paper, Joyful Specialty paper. And so these obviously go with one of those Christmas suites. I don't have in front of me which one it is, but they are, let's see. Oh, Joy of Christmas. This goes with Joy of Christmas. So there's this wood grain. There's this pretty berries, holly and berries paper. So 4 more there. There are 3 Snowflake Magic papers. This is accompanies the Winter Meadow suite in the catalog, and you can see those foiled snowflakes on there. There's a really cool punch that goes along with the snowflakes that I will be showing to you in an upcoming video. There are 2 new foils here. Oh, there's me. Hi. 2 new foils here in the, let's see, what do I want to reflect for you? 2 new foils here. There we go. In the holiday catalog, they're Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green, and they will go very nicely with a lot of these. Actually, like, we really could have worked these into our cards here just for a little accent. Again, a little bit goes a really long way with a robust paper like this. And then finally, in the Halloween suite, I know you can't tell anything from looking at this, but in the Halloween suite, there are glow-in-the-dark sheets. And so they will glow in the dark. So really kind of some fun ideas for this one. There's some skeletons and so forth that you could use. Or just as accents, really neat opportunities. So those are the 62 Designer Series papers and the 18 Designer Series specialty papers to go along with them. So all of the new papers there. Now, I always offer like an add-on, like best value add-on. And so the best value add-on for this one is going to be the embellishment kit. And so that is to get a set of half packages of all the embellishments in the catalog. So the paper, all of the paper stuff is $48 plus $8 shipping. And then the embellishments, you get a half package of all of the 7 embellishments that are adhesive backed. So these are the adhesive backed speckled gems, and you can see that they would go, let's see, they would go beautifully there with the autumn papers and so forth. These are the iridescent adhesive backed discs, and they come in these super fab fun colors. So these would be a fun thing to use here with the Merry and Bright and so forth. So that is with the Merry and Bright suite in the catalog. These are glitter sequins, which are so fun. I should show these to you really closely here. The glitter sequins are, of course, a bigger pack, so you get a ton of those. And then this is 2 different things. These are the adhesive back star trinkets, which are, so they have like a little sticky back on them. And then these are the Faceted Gems Trio. And then the last card here is the Halloween glow-in-the-dark bats and ghosts. So really fun accent for those kinds of little treats or things like that. And I don't know about you, but I don't use like a ton of Halloween, but I like to have a little of it. So getting like a sampler like this is a great way to cut your investment, but still have the things that you want. And then these pearls here are from the Garden Walk suite. And they're called blooming pearls. So they're also, that's a half a package. So those things are the embellishment package, and that is $37. So yeah, thanks, Tanya. So if you haven't requested your share yet, I set out a bunch of invoices this morning. You will want to fill out the form. So there's a link in the video description to sign up for this. And you will go to the link there. You will fill out the online form to request your invoice. Let me know if you want to do just the paper or the paper and the embellishments. And then I will send you a PayPal invoice for the total. If you are local, you can skip the shipping. We'll just mention that in your sign up. But otherwise, I will place the order on September 6th or closing on September 11th. So if you sign up and pay early, there's a chance that your papers may ship earlier too. But I will go ahead and mail them by September 20th at the latest. Sometimes, it just takes a little bit of extra time, but they're likely going to be done well before that and on their way to you. You just have to sign up because there's a limited number of spots. And so you want to make sure you get yourself signed up and paid so that you have your spot secured. Oh, I didn't even show you. If you get both of these the paper share and the add-on, you will get a special bonus thank you treat from me. You'll get 2 LovenStamps Perks Points. You'll get the tutorials for the month of September. Actually, you get the tutorials no matter which share you sign up for. But then you will also, if you add the embellishments, get the loose holly gems and sequins. And they include music notes, so woohoo for that. But I don't know how well you can see. There's little red gems mixed in. There are bigger gems in there. There are little green holly leaves. I'm not sure how easily it is picked apart here. There are, I guess all of the gems are red. They're just some bigger ones and some smaller ones. So you could glue these on individually and use them for things, or otherwise they would make really fabulous like shaker contents or things like that. So the bonus add-on of the embellishments includes a whole package of these. So you'll have your whole package to work with. So, oh goodness. Okay, the container, I want to make sure it closes. There we go. Do not want these to go everywhere. Oh, Trish says she wants the whole catalog. Okay, so seriously, if you guys want the whole catalog, the best bet is to sign up to be a demonstrator. So I call it the I Want It All kit. Because the best thing about being a demonstrator is, well, there's lots of best things. But one of the greatest things about being a demonstrator is getting discounts on your own orders. And so you will get at least a 20% up to 25 or more discount on your orders when you order as a demonstrator. So if your wish list is really long, that is a really great way to get the things on your wish list at a discount. And then the other part is that if you can't wait until September 6th, or you're like, I'm afraid something's going to sell out right away, you can order it today. You just have to click over to the LovenStamps website and click on Join My Team and order your demonstrator starter kit. And you can put these papers or all these things in your starter kit order today and have them ship out before the new catalog even starts, and you'll be ready to go. So if you need any information about that, let me know. I'm happy to help you. But the starter kit is $99. It includes free shipping, so that saves you right at the beginning. And you want to pick out $125 of product. You can't go over the $125. You want to get up just as close as you can to it. And then, of course, anything extra, because, let's face it, all these papers and fabulousness, anything extra you could just place on your own order as a demonstrator afterwards. So one of the common questions I get from people who are thinking about the demonstrator thing is like, do I have to have parties? Answer is a flat no, you do not have to have parties. You can be a demonstrator and order for yourself at a discount and get what you want and just be super happy. That is totally fine. And there are, the other question that I get a lot of is like, do you still get host benefits as a demonstrator? And the answer to that is yes. So as you know, when you place an order that's $150 or more, you get Stampin Rewards. So when you shop in my online store, you leave off the host code if your order is over $150, and then you pick out your rewards with your order. As a demonstrator, we get that privilege also. So if I have stuff I want to order, pre-order, I'm going to get host rewards or Stampin Rewards with my orders too. So you don't miss out on that when you become a demonstrator. Also, there are some other fun things that are open to you as a demonstrator. We have some online international gatherings. There's one coming up on stage at home. Registration for that is right around the corner, started somewhat and so forth. So you can sign up for things like that. I have a vacation stamping school event that I run for any demonstrator. There's some, you usually get early registration if you're a LovenStamps demonstrator, things like that. But that is coming up too, and registration for that is open for a few more days. So that's a demonstrator perk 2. There's lots of fun things. So if you want to learn more about being a demonstrator, you can go over to my website and click the information about joining my team, and there's all kinds of good things to see there. So if you want the whole catalog, you know how to do it. So, all right. So I think that is us for today. This was kind of a long video for us, but hopefully you thought it was worthwhile since you got to see all those papers. And be sure to check the video description for the links for all of the goodies. And then September 6th is the first day to order from the catalog. So if you want to order whole packages of paper and things like that from here, the Beary Cute stamps and punch, September 6th is that day. So watch for that to come up next week. So with that, happy actual Friday to you. I will look forward to seeing you back on schedule Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. And we'll see you next week for more stamping. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Happy stamping, and we'll talk to you soon.